Hello my friends, and welcome back for another video here on my YouTube channel. This is Cassie. Today we are going to be doing the Lawn Fawn Fans Winter Hop, and all that is a bunch of us Lawn Fawn fans, we get together and we hop, and we have a prize this time. So I'll have all that information linked or listed down below in my description box, along with the next place that you're going to want to hop. But let's go ahead and talk about the products we're going to be using for my project today. I wanted to make some tags bookmarks, so I pulled out the Slow Down and Enjoy stamp and die combo along with the add-on that goes with it. I just thought this would be perfect. You could turn this very Christmassy very easily, or you don't have to. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and stamp on my images. I'm using some Ink on 3 Blackout ink. This stuff works great with pretty much every medium. And it dries quickly, which is one of the things I love about it. So I'm using some Express It blending cardstock, which is my absolute favorite for alcohol marker coloring, and I'm going to be showing you how to combine some of your products. You may not have a lot of alcohol inks or a lot of colors, so this is a fun way to combine products that you might already have. I'm going to put down a wash of one of my ARTEZA Everblend markers, ARTEZA, however you pronounce it, and then I'm going to come in with some colored pencils by ARTEZA as well. So I'm just putting down this first wash of color. I think this is the 151 color. And then what I'm going to do after I do that is bring in some colored pencils. So I'll color the first elephant, and then I'm going to come in and do the same thing with our little sloth. What I chose were like lighter colors, and then the colors that I'm going to bring in to use my colored pencils would be a little bit darker tones. So that's where you're going to get your shadowing and shading. And this would be fine. Using just one color is great, but if you want to really step it up a notch, and like I said, maybe you don't have a lot of alcohol marker colors, you can bring in those colored pencils. So I chose a lighter brown for our little sloth, and then I'm going to, like I said, bring in the colored pencils. So here is my bag of colored pencils. So I'm going to bring in just a darker tone for his little face, and then I'm going to bring in an even darker tone for his little body. And then it might look a little rough, and I'm not going hard. And this is where the ARTEZA or the Express It cardstock is just fabulous. I find it wonderful for alcohol marker coloring, but it's also amazing for your colored pencils because it's such a smooth cardstock. And then that kind of takes away some of the roughness. So yeah, it looks like what I've colored here looks a little bit rough, but I'm blending that out, and then that softens that pencil edge just a little bit, and it gives that extra depth and dimension without having to have a lot of alcohol marker colors. And I just love it. Gives the light and shadowing and shading where it might be on his little bum and on his little head. Then we're going to move on to our little elephant. And again, I chose a darker color, and it looks a little bit rough at first. You can definitely see all the pencil lines, and maybe that's the look that you're going for. I kind of wasn't. So then I'm going to bring in that lighter color and blend those out. And like I said, I'm not going heavy-handed here. You're going to want to not be super heavy-handed when you're using your colored pencils, because sometimes that can bring some wax buildup, and then it makes it harder to blend those colors out. So start out with a very light hand, and then if you need to go darker, you absolutely can. But I'll just blend that out, and I love it. I love that I can combine my products, and then, you know, it just makes them go even further, which is super fun. And then these end up being easy little tags or bookmarks. Like I said, these don't look real Christmassy, but I'm going to actually give them away as gifts. I like to give out bookmarks to my nieces and nephews oftentimes, simply because that's, you know, I guess they would expect that from the aunt who homeschooled. You know, I might not have been like a teacher by my degree or profession per se, but I did teach my kids, and so it just makes sense that I would encourage the reading, right? So these will go as tags on their gifts, but they can then use them as a bookmark. Alright, so as I said before, this is a part of a video hop. I'm going to have the link to our next participant down below. You're going to want to comment on all the videos because there is a prize available. And as I said, all that information will be linked in the description box down below. We're going to finish up with our coloring, just putting a little bit of pink on his ears. I started with the darkest color and then blended out with a lighter pink. and then we'll get ready to start doing some assembly. So I went ahead and cut out the tags. That's using the Slow Down and Enjoy add-on die. And then I did that out of red and green to add the little bit of Christmassy effect. I want to emboss on the red ones, so I've picked out this sentiment that says, I'll never forget your spot. Perfect for a book, right? So I inked that up with some juicy embossing ink by Ink on 3, and then covered that with some Brutus Monroe Alabaster embossing powder, then heat set that till those are smooth and melted. And then I'll stamp out the sentiment on the little sloth that says read at your own pace, using that same blackout ink. And then I'm also stamping the to and from on the back. So if you didn't want to add it, make it look like a little bookmark, you could absolutely just make it a tag. And then I'm going to have to run the matching dies for our Slow Down and Enjoy through my die cutting machine, and that way I can then move on to doing some assembly. So each of these pieces, you're going to have a little slit that gets cut by their arms, and you do not want to put glue on the arms. So you'll put it on the little belly, but you don't want to put it on the arms if you want these to be used as bookmarks or to attach to the present somehow. So you can add the glue to the back end, just like so, all over, and that's fine. But again, you're going to want to skip over the hands or the arms. So here I'll show you just putting it on his head and his little midsection, and then I can flip up his arms a little bit, and then we'll put it all over his backside. It's just so cute how you've got the front and the back. And if you wanted these to just be bookmarks, you could easily cut off that top portion where the center, has a little cut for the center, but I said I wanted to make these into tags as well. So I'm cutting some baker's twine. I need 4 of those pieces. I'm going to fold that in half and stick that through the back end, both pieces through the back end of our tag / bookmark. And then once I get it through, boy, I'm struggling here. Once I get that through, I'll take that and stick it right through the circle on the other end, and then tie off the top part. And I'll do that for all 4. And once that's done, let me show you how these little cuties are now bookmarks. Isn't that adorable? Somehow you could probably attach it to like a bow or something on your gift as well. But there they are, cute little bookmarks, all ready to go. So if you liked this video, be sure to hit that like button and consider subscribing if you have not already done so. I always appreciate all the comments that you guys read. I do read them all, even if I don't get a chance to respond to all of them. And I do appreciate you guys stopping by, and I will see you very soon in another video. Bye, everybody.